Hello guys, grüß euch and welcome to my very first YouTube tutorial. I'm your typical Swiss guy and today we're going to take a look on how to build Hypertube tunnels and networks under the map. Remember to subscribe and leave a like if you're interested in more tutorials of this kind, as I will certainly follow up with more interesting videos in and around Satisfactory. Now first we're taking a look on the Hypertube tunnel hub I've built on my latest map below the main base. As you can see, I've marked all destinations with their relative signs, and if we take a tube to a very remote factory, the first thing you'll notice is that the player gets heavily boosted, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. However, as you'll notice, the Hypertube leads straight through a rock directly under the map, where we will join our main distribution hub of the Hypertubes, and there the player gets boosted again to gain some speed, so we don't wait all day long. Boosting works quite easily and there is a lot of tutorials already out there, so I'm not going into details on this. Notice we're way below the map surface, which looks quite astonishing from below. As you'll clearly see, there are multiple elements on the map moved below the surface, for example train tracks to gather the world's uranium and deliver it to our maxed out nuclear power plant, but this will be covered in another video. After another boost, we're shooting off into the desert directly into our heavy modular frame factory, with a very low frame rate indeed. Now to build such tunnel entrances, you'll need a minimum amount of certain materials taken with you. You're going to need encased industrial beams, steel pipes and copper sheets for your Hypertubes, and some iron rods and plates for supports. Ensure you take your jetpack with enough fuel with you, as this is essential, and also enough concrete to build floors, rotors for the entrances, and finally some wire and cable to take a power line with you. Now head to a position where you want to create the connection between underground and above ground Hypertube lines. Be sure to analyze the rock structure, as on certain points there are multiple rocks and walls which are large 3D objects merging into one another, making it harder to cross all of them to get underground. Be sure to have a platform in front of that position, maybe with your Hypertube connection already on it, and a working power line, which will be essential. Now what we're going to do is we use this clear rock front and zoop our platforms as far inside the mountains as we can. Try to use the edges if possible to get one platform deeper into the mountain. In my case, 2 platforms were already as far as I could go and I couldn't go any deeper. Now as you can see, the platform goes deep through the surface of the rock. All we need now is a Hypertube support, which is placed so close to the wall of the rock that the other half of the support sticks out behind the wall of the rock. You can also rotate the support with your mouse wheel to find the perfect spot for you. Now we simply need the other part of the Hypertube, add the tube itself and also an entrance. Next is the power line, which is our lifesaver today. Use your existing line and place a pole, again having part of it inside of the rock surface. This may take some time to adjust, so you'll find the perfect spot eventually. It's enough if only the foundation of the pole sticks inside the rock. Now ensure one last time that you have power on your grid. Now put some power on your Hypertube entrance and ensure you're wearing your jetpack. When you jump inside the tube, you'll get to the other side and end up probably flying. Try to reach your platform that was built inside the rock. And voila! There you are inside the mountain. As you can see, the wall is not visible from the inside, but we can guess that we are really close by these curvatures of the rock. You'll also notice that we're not yet under the real ground itself, but only inside a big rock object. Build some more platforms that you can safely stand on them. Now if you want to get out again, simply walk out of the invisible wall. To continue this, we need to go in again and take power inside the mountain. This does not need to look nice yet, as it's only the building setup for our wall crossings. Sometimes you won't be able to reach outside elements such as power poles, as we will later see in the video. Now repeat the same process for the next wall, if there's any, as in my case, and you will get one step at a time deeper under the surface until you reach underground. Now finally we will reach underground at a certain point where you're really under the map. Watch out for invisible walls to the other side, as there are often some objects like rocks that we're currently in, and if you go too far you cannot return and are forced to exit underground somewhere else. This is the reason why we should only walk with a connected power pole ready to place in our hand, so we always have the possibility to return. Here you'll also see that I cannot select power poles further away, only those that are partially inside the last wall. Now as you see on this one we were very lucky, because there is indeed such a wall where I could not return easily. But thanks to the working power connection I can simply repeat the same process with my Hypertubes and create an entrance through the wall again. If you'd accidentally end up in such a place, you could fly with your jetpack up to ground level, where you'd pop out of the ground easily, and then you could return to the starting point and get inside again. Now finally connect your Hypertube bit by bit inside the structure until you reach the other side. This might take some while. And as you can see, this one is placed too far away for my last wall, so I need to place a support in between. Then I can connect the tube from both sides and it ends up being one continuous tube. Now this is the entire trick of how to get into a mountain or underground for your Hypertube connections. If you like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, as I will continue to post Satisfactory tutorials and also sneak peeks of some maps that we have built, and also some other stuff that I find interesting and fitting to this channel. And as always, thanks for watching, have a good day, and I hope to see you soon. Oef, wieder schauen.